When I was young, I was very thin. My mother tried her level best to make me fat, but she never succeeded. But I was very adamant to make my mother a winner. And as you all can see today, that the result of a winner. Year 1983, Mr. Dubey used to work in the city of gold, and his son was living a life in the lap of luxury. My life was exactly written as in a holy book. Ask and you will receive. Knock the door and you will get. I was in a boarding school, and in a boarding school, two things happen. If you are in a good association, your life becomes positive and you learn the life of principle of life. But if you are not in a good association, you become mischief and naughty. In my boarding school, I have well in two things: discipline and sports. Discipline, I was the example in the school. Like we have yearly election as a whole school. And I didn't stood for that election. Teacher gave my name for the election and I was elected as a mayor. And as a sports. Now everybody must be thinking, he's talking about sports, thinking on my body, but don't go on my body. Those days, I played a basketball. I went from one level to another level. Today also I play a hockey. So that was the thing. You know, winning is a learning habit with self-discipline, courage, determination. Let me take you back to my friend's story. Mr. Anthony, he's a well-educated, he's a very well-educated person, very professional. He has worked in a top-most companies in India, like NIDT, Times of India. He was a teacher. And he arrived in Dubai in 1997. When he arrived in 1997, he was looking for a job on a higher position. And when he was looking for a job, even the big reputation company were giving him a salary where he was not satisfied. But he's a man of, he's not fixed person that he wants that, so he will achieve it by anyhow. So he has not taken that post. He has taken a post in a senior level in another company. He worked for a year there, did very well, and then he just wanted a change, and he changed his job. But during the changing of job, he had a lot of difficulties. Like 3 months he has worked, he was not successful. Again he tried. Then some company told him, okay, we appoint you. He went back to India. Then again visa was not sent to him. He had an accident and he was on the bed for the 9 months. On the bed. And whole world told him that now your life is over. But I was always in touch with him, and today also he is my mentor. He always says, when your car goes under the tunnel, is always a dark. But in life, when the car comes over the tunnel, is always a light. So don't give up hope. Set your mind so definitely, so religiously, so determined, that's in this part of the world, on the earth, that nobody can take your purpose away. After so much struggling, he came again back to Dubai, trying for a job. And he started his own firm. started his own firm, and today in this recession period, you know, he has a business where he has to refuse to a client that I can't take up your job because I'm full with my, you know, the assignment. And whenever I think of this person, you know, the whole world told him that Mr. Venkatesh, your life is gone. But he had a set of mind, and his set of mind was so determined that he always says, in life, your image should be everything in your hand, your thoughts are everything. If your thoughts are everything, always have a winner image in your life. Always have an association with a winner. In life, what you think in your thought, that will happen. The world is of two types. One is a positive and one is a negative. You will find a circle of a positive people. You will find a circle of a negative people. There are competitions in life. Like, you know, in your organization, I've seen the people of 5 people in the organizations, there are competitions. Do you all agree with me? There are competitions. But it is rightly said that if your mind is so strong, in life you can achieve a success only if your thoughts are very strong. People say like you should be very qualified for success. But in life, if you are excellence in anything, success will follow. So in life, have one thing in mind, that if your thoughts are very strong, very, very strong, nobody can on this earth can stop you to achieve your success. Like my grandfather, Pradeep Dubey, who was working in a Tata's in a Swadeshi mill, he was very reasonably wealthy. But when he used to meet us, when he used to sit with him, he used to say, you know, like, you should have very wealthy in a books and your association. And if you have excel in that, world will follow you. But in the childhood, you take very naughty, oh, what is this old man is talking about it. But you know that now we feel, because when he passed away, he has not left so much bank balances for us, but the way values he has left for us, the way things he has left, that today he used to teach in Bombay, he was a teacher also. And recently one of my colleagues joined in my company, and when we were talking to him, he just asked, and we were going, so he said, I had a Hindi teacher, and I told him like my grandfather used to teach Hindi. And he suddenly said, who, Pradeep Dubey? So remember, my grandfather has passed 10 years before, but here in Dubai, there is a student where my grandfather has taught. So friends, in life, success is 2 things. One is totally on your association, how your associations are. That will make difference in your success, and how strong your thinkings are. Your thinkings and action, that will give success. So repeat after me, winner never quit. Repeat after me, winner never quit, and quitter never win. Thanks a lot.